I think it's recording. Hello and welcome, everybody, to another episode of Quarantine Cast. My name is Joey. I'm here with Will and Mike, like usual. Boys, it's almost getting tired now because I know the answer is like vegetables and vitamins, but what did you spend your money on last week?
Nothing.
I had
Zero
a
things.
pretty, definitely not gas, definitely not groceries for me either. I still haven't been to a store. It's been about over a month. I had an Amazon order where I ordered some random ass shit. It's like Goodwill supplements. Good, I don't know, fucking bone broth, bone broth, some honey, some tea.
Goodwill supplements.
Why did you call them that? Where's that? Is that like
what are they?
or is that like the brand? What is that?
They come
They're
with a
good
used
for Will.
shirt?
They're good for me.
Good.
They're Goodwill. They're good for Will.
I thought they came with like a fucking free shirt, a used hand-me-down, but
I know.
Yeah.
This comes with a briefcase. It was from the war.
I'm lucky my name is Will because that's definitely the wrong word, and I used the wrong word for sure. Other than that, I don't know. That was like $100, and other than that, I had some more money on ads going out for my little side businesses. But other than that, I probably spent $200 this week.
What about our ads? How are our ads doing? We have ads now, right?
Fuck no, I'm not eating that money every day.
I thought we had.
Will, I thought you were supposed to eat it.
I put one up for $20 a day. I'm not going to keep it up.
20 a day is a lot. Don't do that.
Well,
10,000 clicks.
Yeah. Well, no 10,000 views. But yeah, I don't know. We can talk about that later.
The problem, we will talk about advertising. I would like to talk about advertising and podcast metrics on this episode, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, so you bought some vitamins, which are not really vitamins, and some other shit that undoubtedly you would not have bought unless you were stuck inside, which is good. That's good. Stimulating the economy with your Trudeau bucks. That's the intended use.
I guess.
Mike, now it's your turn.
No local economy.
Fuck it.
I haven't spent any of my Trudeau bucks.
Have you gotten Trudeau bucks?
I just buy bills and then the investments. That's it.
Are you mispronouncing beer there? Beer.
This was I had this from last week still.
Oh, okay.
See, that's what happened. I bought extra last week, and now I can fucking indulge this week. Nice. Because if we were just partying like normal, those beers would have been gone.
Oh, fuck yeah.
For sure.
Like, I bought a 6-pack, or I bought a 12-pack before all this shit started, and I still have 6 beers. I haven't drank in about a month.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I'm about that too.
Yeah.
I've drank. The 2 times I've drank were last weekend. I got fucking hammered via group house party. Got hammered.
Yeah.
And then the first time I drank was Kenzie and Joey came over to my house, and my sister and mother proceeded to peer pressure me into drinking all fucking night.
They were blessed.
I was 1 week away from doing a month straight, and then it's like, no, come on, like just drink. I'm like, just leave me alone. No. So anyway, I got drunk that time, but not really.
It's because we're both like quarantining by ourselves, basically. Like you're with your parents, and I'm like with mine, but like.
Nah, I'm just in my room.
Really. Yeah, like Joey, you probably drank much more than we have because you're with Kenzie, and like if I was with my girlfriend, I'd be fucking drinking so much more.
Okay, you got to
drinking
like
every day.
Buddy, the first like 2-3 weeks of this, like I was drinking a lot.
Yeah, we know. There were episodes of it.
Yeah, and I never drink. Like I never drink Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Sunday. Or sorry, Monday through Thursday and Sunday. I'll never have even a drop. But like for that first 3 weeks, I was like, I'll have 1 or 2 at night, 1 or 2 at night, 1 or 2 at night.
Yeah, because it's new, right?
Well, it's just there's nothing to fucking do. Like you're so
exactly,
bored. Yeah. You're not like really working out, so you don't have to think to yourself like, oh, I shouldn't drink because I have to do X, Y, or Z. Because you just don't have to do nothing going on. You're just looking in the mirror and looking at your significant other, like, okay, here's another fucking night at home. How many?
But you were like,
drink again?
You're still at work though, like kind of, right?
I'm working every day, but.
Yeah.
I don't have to go anywhere. So for me, I was like kind of half thinking about this the other day. I used to wake up at like 5:15, 5:30, like we talked about last week. And now I don't get up until like 7:30 most days.
Jesus, what are you doing?
Have a coffee and fucking
You're slipping, man.
That's it.
But I've been getting up at like fucking 10:30, 11 every day.
Never mind. Next week I'm starting hill running or something in the morning. If it's going to be like 10 or 12 degrees every day, I can't just sit at home anymore.
Yeah, I went for a bike ride today. It was fucking nice. It was only like 8 degrees out, but I had to get outside and do some shit with my body.
Yeah.
It was good. It was nice today.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I got yelled at for going in a conservation area.
Who's yelling
Some
at
old
you?
woman came out. Some old woman came out of her house with a face mask on.
Like a fucking welding mask because she was coming to murder you?
Yeah.
Weldy face.
Yeah, I was pretty pissed. But
He resides in those woods.
Watch out for the elderly.
unjustifiably so.
So
Yeah.
last week,
Was she just there?
She lived there. She lived
she
on the
had
road
the
where the
house.
trailhead is, and I was like just like biking. I just left the trailhead, and she was like just came out of her house, and like she was like looked like she was fucking like air traffic controlling. She was doing this shit, like going like this, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to go around her, and she goes, no, like. I was like, oh,
Pull over. I
she was in your way. She's in
I
your way.
want to have a word.
Yeah, I was like, oh, for fuck's sakes.
You got to like fucking deke her out.
I could have just dipped. What's gonna happen? I'm on a bike. She's like an old lady.
Yeah, nothing.
She's also a civilian.
I was like, whatever. I'll hear her out.
So what
I'll
did
make
she
her
say?
feel good about herself.
What was her rationale?
Well, she was like, it's closed, and I was like, yeah, I know it's closed. She goes, so why'd you go back there? I was like, I don't know.
Like, what is
Because
this?
no one
Why
else
did I go
crazy.
back there? Why did I go back there? What the fuck? It's not none of your fucking business why I'm riding my bike.
There's something.
But then she goes, yeah, it's also like this season there's like a lot of reproduction and like breeding going on like in the environment back there also. I'm like, oh well, I didn't know that. She goes, oh, why didn't you know that?
Did you say thanks, David Suzuki?
I was like,
really
what?
appreciate it, David Suzuki. Get the fuck back in your house.
And she goes, yeah, so like, do you think it was or she said some more shit, and I was just like, yeah, well, I didn't know that. And she goes, all right, well, enough said, I guess. I'm like,
Take care. Yeah.
Now, what are you gonna do? Write this fucking 1 for me, 0 for random kid on the bike trail on your fucking little scoreboard?
Did you ask her for the Wikipedia link? You can check it out later.
No, I made sure to like, I would just like, yeah, super short, and basically be like, well, I didn't know that. So like, she definitely didn't go away with like a win. She definitely was like, oh fuck, that didn't go exactly how I wanted it to go.
Thought he'd be more intimidated.
Do you think that on her Facebook, her boomer Facebook, she like wrote a post about you? Saw a young man on the trail today. Unbelievable. People are ignoring the quarantine, but the quarantine is spelled wrong or something like that.
Probably.
KW.
If she was going to prolong it, I was going to definitely ask her why she was still out there. But
yeah, you're the one who's at risk here, lady. Get back
I can't believe you're risking this coming out here.
Yeah.
Well, what's the difference? That'd be like me going on a run back there. Nobody has said a fucking word to me. I'm running on trails and stuff. Like, who cares? I'm not nonstop moving.
Last week, they started giving out tickets, I thought.
They did.
I saw that somewhere. They did, right? Okay. So, like, people are
getting... They did. A lot. It's a lot, too. It's like $500, $600.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Yeah, but it's like people that are just chilling in a park, right?
Well, they can give it to... I could have gotten one for sure, just for, like, being in a closed-off area.
What's chilling in a park? Can you, like, play catch?
Like, laying a blanket. Yeah, like you're just staying in one place.
Can you play catch in a park?
No, that's chilling in a park.
If
that was like a Venn diagram, chilling in a park, not chilling in a park, and in the middle, playing catch would be chilling in a park, for sure.
What's the catch in the park and playing catch with my neighbor?
What? Well, it's just where you are. You're playing catch.
I don't know because I went to Witherspoon Park up on like a walk yesterday.
Yeah.
And it said playground closed, but park was open.
That's what it says.
And there was because they're touching and surfaces and shit, right?
2 people throwing a frisbee on the on the field in the park.
And one was a cop.
No, there was no bylaw.
Would have been good.
So I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm almost like when I'm out, like I usually go for a walk every day. Just if I'm doing nothing, I'll just go for a walk just to move around. And I'll be on the trails. And I'm just like, honestly, in my head, I'm praying that like a bylaw officer comes and tries, because I'm down to run away for sure. I'd be down to like, oh, see you, man, try to catch me. Like I know for a fact a fucking bylaw officer, unless he's like super cop or like cop in training, he's not chasing me. And if he does, good fucking luck, because I am dipping. And I would be like, that would be the most fun I've had in years, probably, running away from a bylaw officer. There's no repercussions whatsoever. Worst case, I got to pay the ticket. That's not like resisting arrest.
Tell them you have a hearing disorder or something, or you had your headphones in.
I'll just have PTSD from the quarantine.
Oh,
no. Oh my God. That fucking bothered me.
Post-traumatic quarantine.
That is fucking – that. So Will sent us into our group chat like a picture of saying, can this COVID-19 or even – was it quarantine?
I think it was just, the quarantine.
In the
can it
storm
cause
chat?
PTSD?
It was
Oh,
from
yeah.
CNBC. It was a CNBC article.
Like, that is such a fucking cop-out for our generation. Like, this is our big thing. Like, PTSD beforehand, or what they used to call it, fucking shell-shocked.
Shell
a little
shock,
bit
yeah.
different, right? A little bit different.
Yeah.
Like, this
Yeah.
is PTSD from this. It's like, what? You got to chill inside all day and get paid for it? Like, they had to
Like-
go fight other humans for no reason in their head.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck?
What's going to trigger it? You're going to be chilling watching a movie in 5 years and it's like, oh my God, I remember that.
Yeah, remember
Hey, remember when I was
quarantine?
stuck in here?
Remember quarantine? Oh. It's
Yeah,
like, what the fuck, dude? Who cares? Just
No
stay,
one.
just
Nobody.
do the thing and shut up.
In 5 years, we all have it super bad. And
I'm gonna be looking back and I know we're gonna be just fucking straight jackets. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
looking back on this in 5 years and being like, man, I fucking miss quarantine, and that was awesome.
It
That
is
was
pure jokes,
awesome.
man. We talked about this last week, but like I am like not that I'm not looking forward to getting back out and like being social with people, but there's
We're never
something
gonna have this
nice
much time
about
again.
there's something nice about
Yeah.
like being at home, like doing shit and like kind
It's been a
of
long time since we've
Yeah.
all just had to stop.
like,
Just
relax.
fucking,
Yeah.
like all of us have just been go.
It would be sick if I could like work from home like permanently, but everything else was still good in the world. So like I'm just like chilling for the most part, but like I can still go out and see you guys and shit on the weekend.
We're gonna get to that work from home thing later in the show. So there's something I want to talk about there that I think is relevant to that comment. In the last week, I spent my money on Clifford Brewing Company.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Free plug.
Oh, those.
Yeah, saw them on Instagram. Buddy of mine put them up, and they're from Hamilton on Nash Road. I got to say, I don't know that much about these guys. Will, you said you bought their porter. You liked it or didn't like it that much, and you didn't really like going to the brewery?
No, I didn't buy their porter because I don't like dark beer. So I bought their whatever their other one was at the time. They only had a couple. I went there, and it's like super, super fucking out of the way. It's a pretty cool space. I think they have like games, like arcade games, and like cool shit to do to like kind of lure people in there because it's like legit in like the fucking steel district of Hamilton.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't my thing. But they didn't have IPAs then, so I don't know. But apparently their porter is like won a bunch of awards and shit. So what'd you think?
Their porter's good. I've had their porter before. I haven't had a lot of these other ones. I bought about $65 worth of beer. At about
Free delivery?
Yeah, free delivery, about $3 a can. So I got about 20 something cans.
That's all right.
Yeah, I'm not a big beer drinker. Like I'll have like probably 3 is the most I would have in a night, just because I'll be hungover the next day if I have more than that, especially if it's an IPA. So
You're not a
yesterday,
big beer drinker?
not for this stuff. Like I'm not gonna have like
Like you're gonna
like
have
a-
just like a regular fucking.
yeah, like I'm not gonna have like 3 or 4 of these like in a
Right.
night, just because it'll make me tired and I'll just want to go to bed. Like even tonight, like I had one of these now and then one with dinner. And now I have to switch to like something a little sweeter. But this stuff, pretty good. There's the Pinball Wizard I had and the Vienna. What is this one? This is a lager. Pretty good stuff. We don't plug a lot of shit on this show. We plugged a meal a few weeks ago and they didn't pay us.
But
And
you plug everyone.
yeah, I don't mind. Like especially during this kind of shit. If these guys will deliver for free, I ordered this stuff on I think on Wednesday morning, and it was at my house Thursday at like noon or 1 o'clock.
Nice, that's sick. It's faster than
Pretty
Amazon.
pretty good, free. Yeah, and it was good. These guys won Brewer of the Year a few years ago. Did you know that?
Yeah.
You did, eh?
Yeah. Of what though? Was it Southern Ontario? Was it Hamilton? Like,
Don't know. I didn't look into all the details. I should have.
was it like
before
of
tonight,
like
but-
Industrial Sector K Brewery of the Year?
Yeah, I don't know. Hard to say for sure. Single beer Brewery of the Year.
Global
Anyway,
best brewery ever.
Overall, if you're looking for a place that's one selling beer right now, which is not that easy to find unless you're going to wait in line at the beer store. 2 in Hamilton, and 3 delivering for free. Check them out. Worth a look. Can we at least agree on that? That's a good fucking situation. Other thing I spent money on, I bought 4 hoodies today from
Ooh.
four from Blank Apparel, which is where I get all my shit. It's fucking so cheap and it's pretty close to free delivery. Not bad. So it should be here next week. Some nice poly cotton hoodies.
From what, their actual website, or is this an Amazon purchase?
No, Blank Apparel. I think their website's it might just be blankapparel.ca or .com, but it's fucking pretty cheap and the stuff is good.
Is it just
Highly
like
recommend.
Yeah, is it like what the fuck is that company that went out of business? It just like sold like basics. Fuck, what the fuck? But is it just like a higher end basic company?
It's like a poly cotton. They sell Gildan. They sell like M&O and all that stuff.
Oh, they sell Oh, so they don't have their own shit.
No, I don't think they have their own brand. They might, but I don't buy their own brand if they have it.
Oh, true. So okay.
Yeah, definitely worth.
So what'd you pay for a hoodie?
$20 each.
That's pretty fucking
pretty reasonable, yeah.
Pretty good.
Super reasonable, I would say.
Yeah. So pretty happy about
that. We'll see how they hold up after the first wash.
Oh, they're good. They're good. I bought them before.
You don't even have them yet.
I bought them before. Yeah, I got.
Well, I feel like, Mike, what's a fucking Gildan hoodie from Mason's gonna run you? Probably
$20, maybe 15, $20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been through those, but like, they don't last in the wash. You wash them like once, cool. 2 times, then they start feeling like cardboard.
Well, they start to pill up, right?
Yeah, like, they curl up.
All that fucking pills and like those white shit all over it.
Well, which ones do you get? Do you get the all cotton ones? Do you get the poly cotton mix?
I'll be honest with you, Joey. I've never considered that question until I met you.
You got to think about that.
But I don't. I've never had to ever think about it. I just buy it. And it's probably one of my main problems. That's why I have such a hard time buying clothes, because I just buy the wrong shit. It fucking ends up failing on me inevitably, and then I just go, oh, well, I guess I can't buy clothes ever.
Yeah, you can spend like a bit more for the mix, and it washes a little better. It doesn't shrink in the wash, which is such a fucking pain when you don't.
Yeah.
When you buy shit that fits well, the first time you wear it, you know right away, you're like, as soon as I wash this, it's not going to fit anymore.
So what brand are they then?
They're Gildan.
You bought?
These ones are Gildan.
They're Gildan, yeah?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I find that when I find like a brand that I like to wear, and everyone's probably the same, that like I just fucking run with it.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's going to be like a bit more money. Like I found like that, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I wear like this, it's like a hunting brand. It's called Legendary Whitetails. I wear the shit out of it. And now like I've ordered like, I have like a few long sleeve tees. I have 3 long sleeve tees, all the same one, just different colors. And I have a flannel, and I just ordered another flannel because they fit right. And they have a whole bunch of like variety of like styles and like colors and shit. So I'll pay buying
Carhartt.
I have a Carhartt sweater, but it's just like, it's not very
fucking... You have a Carhartt piece before I do, eh?
I have a Carhartt hat too. It's like the sweater, I like it for like chopping wood and doing shit. Like it's warm and stuff, but it's like not very like form fitting. Obviously, it's not like it's not.
Yeah, it's for out in the woods. You want your shoulders popping out.
Yeah, no, I didn't buy.
How much do you even care about that? Like, do you even give a shit about that anymore? Like, when I buy shit now, I don't give a fuck. Especially anything long sleeve, I just want it to be comfortable more than I care about how it fits.
Yeah, you're getting married.
I guess,
yeah.
You're going back on your own lesson about keeping the weapon sharp. You're dulling up the blade for sure.
Listen, the weapon is still sharp.
Yeah,
you're
just
talking about how doughy.
I just keep it sheath. You know, I just keep it
sheath.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Don't worry about me. See this thing behind me? The lopper? That's fucking sharper than that, bud.
Is it now?
I'm surprised that's not a sawzall for cutting hedges.
R.I.P.
No, I do care about that for sure. I want it to fit really well. The only problem is I need to really actually take trimming up a bit seriously. Like I'm a bit big right now. I need to fucking really drop like size, not even just weight. Just because I'm too like it's hard to find a fucking shirt. Like, it's like one in every like 4 or 5 trips I go to the mall, I'll find a shirt that I like and fits well, and then I'll fuck it up when I wash it.
But I will say this: do you put the time in at the mall to
not as much as you? Honestly, not as much as you guys do. No fucking chance.
The thing is, you just have to put the time in like once a year to find, like Will said.
Yeah, do like one big shop.
No, just the brand you like, and then you return all the other shit, and then for that year or for that season. If you want to buy a couple shirts for summer, just get them all from fucking whatever the vendor is. And
like that would work. That works when you go to like Old Navy or fucking RW & Co. and shit like that. But like when you go to H&M, their fucking mediums fit different every time you're in there.
I know.
You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I go in there, I'm like expecting to get, okay, fine, I can buy like 7 shirts, have different colors, and then I can just rotate it, and I can pay like $40 and get like 7 shirts. It's fucking perfect. Yeah. Like, I'm pretty plain. When it comes to fashion, I'm like, okay, fine. I'll give a couple outfits, and then let's go with like 7, just change the colors. Just fucking change, just all neutral colors.
Yeah. I like that too. Keep it simple.
Yeah, and then I go there, and it's like I can't do that because of what you just said. Like every time I go there, it's different fucking shit.
And they have tons of different fits too. But even like they're like ones that aren't like oversized, they're like slim and shit. They're just like they're normal tees. I don't know how the fuck they do it, but they're all different still. They're always different.
It's probably why they're so cheap, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
There's no control on the
They're
fit
just
side of
dropping
things
in
over
the
there.
fucking whatever.
It is annoying because like that brand that I said that I just ordered a bunch from, I ordered another long sleeve tee, the same one because it fits so nice, and they have super like decent colors. And
What
it
is
came
called?
in, and it
Legendary Whitetails.
yeah, it's on. It only get it. Their site doesn't ship to Canada, but they have shit on Amazon.
I'm gonna look this up
Sometimes.
right now.
But so like I ordered one in, and it came in, and it was the same size, but it was fucking way smaller than the other ones. So like, and I looked at the tag, and it was like the other ones are made in Haiti. This one was made in India, and it was like, well, what the fuck? So it's like not consistent either, even on like a fairly reputable brand, I would say, which is super fucking annoying.
Do you say reputable or reputable?
Reputable. It's probably reputable, but you know.
I say reputable.
I think reputable sounds good though, like schedule instead of schedule.
Yeah.
Is that allowed though?
I'm just trying to gussy it up.
Schedule?
Gussy it up. I see a lot of shit here that I've never seen you wear before, Will. Like a hooded flannel shirt. I've never seen you don one.
No,
hood?
they have so much whack shit.
Oh,
Like,
on the website.
Yeah.
I would say 95% of their shit is like really, really
It
whack
is.
ass shit. That
This
like,
is like dad looking shit.
if you're like a hunting dad or like a fishing dad, it's got a huge fish on it, and like it looks so. A lot of it is like really, really shitty.
I would buy the men's Maverick Slub Henley. Looks all right. Pretty clean.
Yeah, like that. And like I have like the plain flannel, and I ordered another plain flannel, and then my long sleeve tees. I'll fucking just show you too. It's definitely on the site, but this is what it looks like.
Hold on, I gotta get back into the Zoom chat.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I've never seen you wear that.
I have 3 of these. They're just like long sleeve with like a little skull at the top.
That's good. You sure that's not a deer? Might be a deer.
It's a deer skull.
Oh, fucking that's metal as fuck.
Not as yeah, no, look at this. So fucking on brand.
Holy fuck.
Holy
you feel that
fuck.
yourself? That came through the fucking chimney too?
Are they
Woke
saying
up one morning, there's a deer head in there.
Put the
Got
tape
stuck
up.
in the chimney overnight.
Yeah, buddy, believe it or not.
Get the tape up. We gotta get that thing out of here.
That's a perfect segue into what Will's been dealing with in there this week. It's a camera. The camera's on Will's fireplace in his room.
We should talk about this
wood
because
stove.
so Will, some of this shit actually looks pretty good and it's really cheap, but we'll talk about this another time. We need to reach out to Legendary Whitetails to get a promo code.
Yeah.
Everything's a promo code with you, right, Joe?
Well, fuck.
Yeah, that'd be great.
No one's gonna pay us to advertise yet.
I like that attitude. No sense of failure.
Will, I want to talk a bit about your fireplace situation. So do you want to tell people what the fuck is going on? Since we have video content now, we may as well use it. You've switched locations. People who are fans of the show will notice that the MF Doom album is some ways away from you now, where a week ago it was right over your shoulder. So what's happened? And I want you to also explain your multi-use fireplace to us as well. It's a good story.
Oh.
Good content.
All right. Okay, so first of all, I had to move where I'm sitting because apparently the fucking Wi-Fi is creeping in through the door, so I had to come sit by the door. So the Wi-Fi had to let it in.
You haven't been in the Matrix yet during this call.
It seems to be doing better.
And I turned off. And I turned my data off, so I'm strictly on the Wi-Fi now, heavy. So thank God, because I'm at $50 over my limit already this month.
$50, so, just get him to waive it. It's COVID time. It's
I need this.
Trying times.
And I think Fido needs it a little bit more than I do. But yeah.
Do you really think that they do need it more than you do?
You really think?
Fuck no.
Here the government goes, here's $2,000. Will's like, I'm good, man. Fido, multi-billion dollars. You guys can here. Just take it. You want double bill this month?
Yeah, you guys will just take, I don't know. Yeah, just send Trudeau the fucking money. Just e-transfer Trudeau. Go, here you go, bud.
It's take this back, actually. I think fucking you need it more than me.
Yeah.
Is this way better yet?
Yeah, man. You saw the selfie?
I didn't, actually. I haven't seen shit. I've been tuned out.
Yeah, same.
I tuned into Donald Trump, though. Sorry. Go ahead.
For fuck's sake, Sam.
Hey, go. Let's hear about your fireplace.
Yeah, okay. So every fucking day this week, every morning I've been woken up at about 6 a.m. sometimes a bit before and sometimes a little after. It really, really pisses me off because I've been going to bed at like 1:30. So like 5 hours later, I wake up to like a fluttering noise in there. Actually, it's in the tube, and then I have to let it out using the flue. There's a little thing with the flue. You got to flip it, and you can hear the bird flop down, and then he goes nuts. So like, it's like every single day I wake up at 6, I hear this shit. I'm like, well, for fuck's sakes. And it's just nonstop because it's like an animal in panic. It's fight or flight. It's trying to fly. It's so fucking loud.
Pitch dark.
Yeah.
Man.
So I'm basically just like, I got to turn on Netflix. I put another pillow over my head just to try to drown it out. And like that even doesn't do the trick. So I'm waking up like every like 40 minutes to this fucking bird in the fireplace every single day this week. So I have to like put the sheet up. I've been doing it differently every day. Just like sectioning it off. And then I'm opening the window in my basement, which is right over there. Opening that window, sectioning it off with those sheets. And then I take a hockey stick and pull that door.
That's why you have those up, the sheets.
Yeah.
I noticed that the other day. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Create a little wind tunnel for him, so he just only can go out that window. But sometimes he doesn't because I don't know why. He must be really fucking stupid because he goes up and over and then into my room, and then he's just chilling in my room. And a couple times he's just like, and then sometimes he chills out of my room because there's little holes in my room, like in there.
Well,
yeah. This is this has been going on for years.
Huh?
Like, I was gonna say, you must have this like down pat because no one else I know has like sheets by the window with like all the stuff, the hardware ready to like get the thing, send the bird outside.
We were younger, man. We used to sleep in Will's basement, and like the first time, I remember the one time, might have been the first time. I don't know if it was for you, Will, but it was for me for sure down there. Where like all morning, it was like 5, 6 in the morning, and all like there was 4 of us sleeping down there, and all we heard was just, we're like, what the fuck is that? Like, no, I didn't know what it was at all. Nobody did. And then our buddy,
you know what it sounds like, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked. And then our buddy Drake just gets up. Like, we're obviously all awake now. He just goes, well, boys, we got a tweeter.
Got ourselves a tweeter.
Yeah, he fucking opens up the stove, and the fucking thing flies out. It's pitch black, covered in soot. And it just goes right to the window and just starts fucking hitting the window, obviously, right?
Trying to get out.
No, Drake, he went like this. He goes, all right, I'm going to hold a blanket up, and then you open the door.
Oh, yeah.
So he holds the blanket like this, and then we open the door, and he just throws the blanket on the bird. and he just had this bird in the blanket. And then took it outside and just, like, let it go.
Do you think that's what kick-started our seagull catching endeavors?
I don't know what came first, actually.
Don't get in trouble, boys. Don't get.
No, we didn't kill them. We just caught them to see if we could do it. We let them go. No seagulls were harmed. Well, I shouldn't say no seagulls were harmed, but like
no seagulls are harmed in the seagull catching.
Yeah.
There has been a seagull harmed in my past for sure. One seagull has been murdered, but
are you a serial seagull?
Wasn't me. I just witnessed.
Yeah, that's good. That's got to be Patreon content.
You think?
Okay. We can't put this on the show.
Well, no, it wasn't like it was like an accidental murder. It's not like he was. I mean, I get.
All 10 people.
Long story short, a buddy of mine, he threw a rock into a pile of seagulls like you would when you're younger.
A pile.
Never expect to hit him, and he fucking hit him.
A gaggle of
them.
Yeah.
Pile of seagulls. No, and then he hit one. You don't expect to actually hit it, and he was upset that he hit it.
Where'd he hit it?
In the neck, bro.
Right in
like
the neck.
Murdered it. And then he just goes, fuck,
nuts.
and he just picked up a huge rock and crushed it, and then we just walked away.
That's the part we should have saved for Patreon.
Fucked, right?
That last part there, we probably could have gotten that on the paid content side.
Man, we don't have a Patreon account.
Not yet. If that old lady that bitched at me today hears this, she's going to be fucking irate.
I wonder if she listens, if she's one of the 10.
Honestly, I like, when you said that makes me want to go there and just, like, verbally contest with her. Just, like, say, I just want to do that just because I have the time right now. Like, I want someone to stop me. Like, just like, hey, what are you doing here? I'd be like, what are you doing here? Also.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Like, I can be here. You can't. If I can't, and now we're both in trouble. You want to fucking hang out or what?
And then just like start running at them and like touching their face
Just
and
like
shit.
start fucking head faking her and shit. Start flinching an old lady. What'd you say? I'm crazy. I'm crazy.
So anyways, long story short, if I wanted this fucking bird thing to stop, all I have to do is go up and take the chimney apart, but I don't fucking feel like it right now.
Why would you? It's a good story.
Yeah, it keeps your life interesting.
Yeah. Oh
It's
my God,
the
bird.
worst.
Yeah. Who cares?
I have a routine now. I wake up, I do my little workout, either like a couple hundred push-ups or 100 chin-ups. I shower, and then I come and deal with the fucking bird. And then I go eat breakfast.
Put it on the back burner. You got to deal with it every morning before breakfast.
It's just part of the to-do list now every day.
Have you ever considered having the bird for breakfast?
That's a good point. I know. I should just like start a fire in there and just like keep it going. And then see what happens.
Just put like a pot of hot oil and then fucking do the wind tunnel into that, and it'll just deep fry it. So.
Would they come in if you had? They wouldn't come in if you had a fire going. But is the chimney like, has it been cleaned? I would guess no.
Fuck no. There hasn't been a fire in here in like 30 years since before I was born. So
maybe not. I don't know. Something to think about. These are things we can think about when we need summertime content. Like here's Will making a fire.
I was just thinking the other day, has Will's chimney been cleaned in a minute? I don't know.
You're not the only one. I'm sure
a
lot of people
bugged me the other day.
Our followers asking that question on Instagram. So, are you guys going to talk about Will's chimney maintenance status?
Everyone relax. We'll get to it.
Can we please have an update on Will's chimney status?
You know what we're going to talk about next? We're going to talk about the price of oil. We're going to talk about something financially related. Finance related. So you guys know what happened last week. We talked about it a bit. The price for a barrel of oil went to negative $37 US.
That's so fucked.
So let me start with this, okay? We'll start with a tweet I saw that I think is pretty funny, and maybe you guys think it's funny too. It says, with all this COVID stuff going on, I've been reviewing my final will and testament, and I've realized that funerals are very expensive. Instead of spending all that money, I think everyone should just gather around a barrel of oil and burn me. It should cost somewhere around negative $5. so that's where we're at now, about negative $5 for a funeral. And the whole story is that these guys, the way these contracts work, so it's a futures contract for May. The way it works is that you have to order quote unquote at least 1,000 barrels. So that's the first
So me and you can't just pick up a couple barrels and get $90.
Well, we could. We just have to have somewhere to put 1,000 of them. That's all. So
1,000, yeah.
Yeah. So you have to take physical delivery if you don't settle out the contract. That's one. Two is that those contracts roll over month. So I think now the price for June is like $13 US, something like that, which is still very low. But it's not negative $40, right?
Right.
And so what I want to know is, first of all, when is gas going to be super cheap? But we can't answer that question on this show. What I want to know is, do you think gas and oil is ever going to get back to the level it was before this started? Because you said something a little while ago, Will, that kind of was like in the same vein as what I'm going to ask now.
For the cars?
Well, the cars were like, are you ever going to go back, at least willingly, to working 5 days a week at your office? You have the longest commute out of the three of us. So like, are you all on driving an hour every day there and back?
If I fucking have to, I will.
When did you get the choice?
I think you're going to start getting the choice in a lot of places, because all those guys and girls who have been telling their staff, like, absolutely not, you can't work from home, you can't be productive there, the job won't allow it, blah blah blah. Now a lot of those same organizations, whether it's government or whether it's private, they're saying the same thing. You have to stay home, but we also don't want you doing nothing. So we want you to work while you're at home, like help us produce product or bring money in. And so all these guys who were saying before you can't do it are now demanding you do it. And the world is not exploding for a lot of these people. I know in my case, I've never really asked to work from home, so it doesn't apply to me quite as much. But, we're still doing a lot of the stuff we were doing at the lab from home, being productive, being engaged. And like, it's good to see, but it's also weird. It opens up a lot of questions about what's really required of somebody who's working.
Yeah.
To have to drive that hour or whatever the case is.
I mean, I do have a counterpoint, but then I'll speak on a pro for that also. So our counterpoint is I worked from home for 3 days before they laid off like almost our entire office. So they obviously didn't deem it like that much. Like my boss did. He was like, okay, like let's try to get a lot of work done. So like they say like we are being productive from home and like it's justified and all that shit. And then it was like 3 days later, it was like, yeah, sorry. Like it's not that we weren't being productive. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. We are completely shutting down like production and all that shit. So maybe we can be as productive from home, but in this quarantine, there wasn't a long enough like time where like our higher ups would be like, oh yeah, totally justified. Like when like everything's all good and shit, we can work from home like a couple days a week. There was only like a 3-day sample size before they laid off the entire office, so they don't really know. At least for us. So maybe it's definitely different for you, but for us, it's like we don't know. At least they have the ability, so like we can do the same work from home. But to be honest, that 3 days was probably a little bit less productive, and it was fucking annoying. I know for our project manager to get all this shit together and everyone get called into these meetings and stuff.
Mike, you have any comments?
Don't let it stress you out. I'm just like what you said, Joe. Like you're just like, are you gonna like go? Are you gonna be as willing to go back to the office as much? Like I guess because they can see how you've been doing from home. I guess is why you're saying that. But at the same time, it's like you didn't have a choice before.
Yeah.
Maybe some jobs are more flexible than others, but you definitely, especially coming back, do you think they're just gonna be like, oh yeah, just come on all back willy-nilly to work, even though we're dealing with a fucking major financial like breakdown right now? They're not gonna be like, oh yeah, just like you guys want to work 4 days a week now? Like now if they're gonna do that shit?
I don't know.
Now they're gonna cater to the workers? No, everything's in like turmoil right now. You need to be like, they're gonna be like, you guys got to work more. We need to get production back up. I would imagine. I don't know. I've never had to deal with this shit before.
I think you're right. I don't think you're far off. The only thing that I think is another like moving piece that we have to think about is the price of renting real estate.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that too.
Yeah, so if like just if you're working in like a major city, like we live in Hamilton, obviously, and so downtown Hamilton, it's expensive to rent office space, but it's even more expensive in a place like Toronto, New York,
LA,
Chicago, San Fran is one I keep hearing about in the last
definitely.
Or so. Yeah, we're like the cost of renting an office space plus the resources that go into like making sure somebody can get to work and get home, parking, and a gym, cafeteria, all that stuff to keep them happy while they're there, or keep them productive while they're there. All that stuff costs a ton of money. And so if you can cut back on that by, let's say, 10% of your staff work at home some percentage of the time, like that's a big. People don't realize, I don't think, how big a shot that would be to the oil and gas industry. That's a big chunk of demand that just disappears overnight.
Yeah, people just not driving to pointless places.
It vanishes. And so,
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I never thought about that.
True. Yeah, there's something to be said for that. And then the other side of the coin is like, is that going to be matched on the plus side, the sort of the positive pressure side, by the demand for delivery services that we never took into account before? Like, I don't know about you guys, but I am now telling Kenzie, like, we should be ordering our groceries like 3 weeks in advance and just going to pick it up in 3 weeks. We know that's what we do. Out, and then you just go, yeah, you guys are doing it too, right? So like, it's not out of the question that demand is going to pick up, and it might meet somewhere in the middle. But I don't know. I'm not really sure where it's going to meet. I just know.
I think that like, say like in a year or something, when things are like more normalized, I do think that, like, just because like my company isn't going to be like that, I don't think personally. Places like tech companies and shit in Toronto for sure, because what is it? Necessity. What the fuck is invention is the child of necessity or whatever.
Yeah.
So like all those companies are like kind of forced to work from home now. They're smaller companies and shit, and they're like actually really, really like price sensitive. They'll realize we can save all this money because we never had to do this before. Now we're forced to do this. Now we have this office. It's like we don't need it. We can keep these people at home, or at least rotate, because my I have a couple buddies that they work for an app company, so they're just like they code apps basically. It's this huge app company that does like work for I think they did like the Metro app and like shit like that, like big apps. But I think they have like I don't even know. I'd say like 60 developers. None of them have their own desk. They come in every day and they work from a different desk because they are like it's so fluid the amount of people that are there every day, right? Because they can work from home and shit. So like that's one company that like other companies will probably take that model and start using that more and more. I know it's already a thing, but more and more companies are going to realize that they can actually potentially do that. I would hate that, not having your own desk and shit, but like,
Same.
but yeah, I can see more and more like companies doing that. Not so much ours, but we're like an old code like manufacturing company, not like any kind of new age tech company.
Yeah, I mean the other thing too, like you kind of described there. I know for at the Fed, like we have this thing called here it was called GC Office or GC Workspace, but basically like what you're describing, there's no fixed desk. There's just like different electronic resources available to you, whether it's a conference room or a telephone, computer, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what you get in there after a while is you get people trying to book the same conference room for 3 weeks at a time when they know they're going to be in the office for 3 weeks, or people building like cardboard shanty towns around their, like, you know, the area where they sit every day, or like people camping out near windows every day, or shit like that. Yeah. People, I think naturally people want their own space. So I don't know, like,
Definitely.
I don't know if it's going to go, then again, you know, is it going to go that way? Maybe. I don't know. You know what else I haven't taken into account, and maybe I should be, but I have no way of measuring this, is what the fuck is going on in like elementary schools and high schools? Are kids having their own space still, or are they not? Because if they're kind of coming through education without their own space, then they won't expect it in their professional life, right? I have no idea what's going on there, though.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point. I've never.
What did you do? What did you have when you were in high school and stuff like that? Did you have your own space? I don't think I did. I had my own fucking locker.
I had a locker, yeah.
I
sat at the same desk in every class. So class to class, you sit at the same desk every day for the semester.
We didn't even really do assigned seats. It was just kind of a mutual thing. Like I think one class had assigned seats, and every time it was just mutual. Like everyone just kind of went to their desk.
No, we always. Had
I definitely had assigned seats. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like in like math and English and shit. Like it was definitely like you sat there every day because that's where you were told to sit at the beginning of the very first day of the semester.
Probably because I was in applied. They knew.
Probably.
They're just like, these guys aren't going to listen to us.
What's the point?
These guys are one step away from being in the behavioral class. We're just going to let them sit where they please.
Got to get this guy flipping burgers ASAP.
You think university's in your future, hey kid? Go ahead. How about you just sit wherever you want? Okay, that's a good deal. You know, I'm going to take a flight.
Go outside, have a smoke. I'll bring you your homework.
Yeah. You know, matter of fact, I'll come with you for the smoke. We can talk seating arrangements, but you're not going to university.
Are you drinking a Monster straight at 8 o'clock at night? You got a long night ahead of you there?
It's Friday night, man.
I guess
Friday night.
Let's party. It's going to be a Zoom night tonight. We're doing
I am dying for you guys to get a game for a computer that we can all play together. And
what do you want to play?
I'm going to continue.
Man, you got to hop on Skype. We had a 6.
No one's playing
last night.
RuneScape, Zoomscape, ridiculous.
We ripped it last night forever, man.
What about let's get the Sims and make houses and then compare them.
That sounds pretty dumb.
You're fucking dumb, Joe. You're just like, oh, let's only play a game that I'm interested in as opposed to these two. The 2-to-1 vote here. 2-to-1 vote here.
Okay, so that's it on oil and gas. We're done with that topic. This is where we'd usually cut for
hold on. Let me say one more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, what I actually meant to say originally, before I went like off on a fucking separate rant, is that some companies for sure are gonna like sit people down, but I don't think like in a year and a half or 2 years or whatever that the amount of people like ordering shit because they're home from work for the day is gonna negate the fact that they didn't go to work for the day. So like I don't think like those tanks of gas that they aren't spending going to work like 2 or 3 days a week, I don't think that is gonna be made up for with like the amount of Amazon orders they made because they're at home for the day. Because they're still able to go to the grocery store and then go to the mall and all that shit, you know?
Yeah, I don't really mean that. I just mean like I think the infrastructure for home delivery and online orders is so built out over the last 2 months that like now, like even Kenzie today, Kenzie is she's like my leading indicator for things like this. So she loves Optimum points. Okay, she worked at Shoppers when she was a kid. She loves Optimum points. We get a lot of free shit with the Optimum points that she gets. But even now, she's saying, like, should I just skip the Optimum points and get this shit off Amazon? Like, Shoppers doesn't deliver. I would really sacrifice the loyalty points and the free shit down the road for the convenience of delivery. How many more people are going to do that? Like, are you 100% sure, Will, that when you come back to normality, you know, like, are you going to ever go to Limeridge Mall before a podcast again at my house? Or are you just going to get the shit online and say, fuck it? Because those companies now, instead of having like shitty return policies, are going to have to compete with stuff like return policies. Like, here's the return mailer. If you don't like something, send it back. It's on us. Sorry about the trouble. Because that's what everyone else is doing, right?
Right.
It's like the Uber story. Uber was, you know, against the law for a long time. It was too small to compete with taxis. But then at some point it crossed this threshold of like convenience and service quality. The taxis, no matter how many more taxis there were, people were willing to wait an extra 10 minutes in the cold for an Uber because the service is just so much better. So I just don't ever get to that for online orders. It might not. I don't know.
I don't know. I think that this quarantine has definitely been like a shot in the arm for that kind of shit. Because like, well, this is a little different, I guess, but like my mom never fucking would ever have gotten into curbside pickup if it wasn't for this. And now she's probably not going to go back to like a grocery store even after this.
Yes.
You know? It'll definitely get more people into doing this kind of shit. And I think that like it'll just like Amazon and all like this home delivery, it's just going to grow naturally anyways as like people get more comfortable with it and like realize how much like actually how sick it is. That like I think it just naturally without this quarantine, it was just going to be going on an upward trajectory for like years and years and years. Anyways, this was just like a shot in the arm that like got some more people involved, you know?
So do you think Jeff Bezos caused coronavirus to grow his company?
I think
it's not even a question, is it?
I think
coronavirus. So it's been confirmed. He bought a virus.
No, boys.
I confirmed it.
Boys, coronavirus is only caused by
Tom Hanks,
the big ink lobby, people who sell
Tom
printer
Hanks.
ink. People who sell printer
Tom
ink.
Hanks and his pedophilia reign. It's a cover up.
It's either
Pizzagate.
Big Ink or the pizza parlor pedophiles. Yeah, one or the other that caused it.
It could be a conglomerate of the two.
Maybe they joined forces. I don't know. Hard to say, but I think it's safe. It's a safe bet that it was one of those two entities.
What does it mean?
Execs.
What does it mean when somebody on Instagram or Facebook or something like that starts posting about that shit a lot?
It's not good.
Mental
it's a mental fallout, right?
It's not good, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there, I'm looking, I'm like, oh, something is happening in his brain right now. That's not
me. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what it is. Yeah.
You guys
I'm sitting there like it's out of nowhere. I'm just on Instagram going through the stories, right? I just watch them. Why not? And then it's just one of them is like a fucking. I think I might have talked about it last week. I don't know, but it was a fucking Uzi clip. Their storyline, just like just 40 stories.
Those are the
First of all, don't do that ever.
Yeah.
There's no need.
Yeah, especially even when you do it and you say sorry, last one. Yeah, don't do that one. How about? Anyway.
Yeah.
Neither there nor here.
You're like the people viewing them are just going down exponentially as you post more.
Yeah. Just like I don't know. Like I'll watch it,
but you can still swipe through, right? You don't have to.
I'm swiping through.
Yeah,
for sure. I'm swiping through. I'm not fucking looking at all those.
Yeah.
But that guy's, I did look at most of them because I'm like, let's see how crazy this guy really is.
Like looking like now.
So what is it, Mike? Wait, what are the theories he's peddling? What is he?
I've just quickly fucking going through them, but they're
Can
trying.
We go to them now?
Maybe he's got some on right now. Maybe
is he a listener? You think?
I don't fucking think so. I don't care. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm gonna have a couple more beers and maybe he can squeeze it out of me.
Yeah.
No,
maybe yeah. I don't understand.
I don't think.
This is happening. This is happening for us too. Like Kenzie asked me the other day, "What's going on with a guy we both know?" And I didn't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't go on Instagram.
Are you on your phone?
He's looking at it right now.
Yeah.
So what are you using to watch? Are you on your laptop?
I got the dual monitors now.
We gave him a Mac.
We upgraded.
Oh, so you're not on your phone anymore. Oh, it's
we upgraded, baby. Anyway.
Jeez, that's dope.
So this is okay. Hi, I am Stan Mayer. I invented a car that was 100% powered by water. I was
Oh,
poisoned
here we
during
go.
a business
What a hot
meeting
start.
with
Holy
two
shit.
NATO investors because I was a threat to I was a threat to whatever it's blocked out, and I was going to change the world. And there's like, careful who you worship, like fucking hashtags out
Bro,
the ass.
He's
In
just
reality,
using
they're
this.
not after me, they're after you. And huh?
Oh my god. He's just
It's like,
using
what the-
this coronavirus to like spread every conspiracy that's ever happened.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like what? Okay, so what? I honestly have. This is one of the only times where I'm like lacking words. It's just like a feeling in here when I look at it, like right in my chest. I'm like, like I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm just like,
Like,
I
what-
know where this guy's headed. This guy's going right
Yeah,
to the wall.
yeah. It's like, oh,
He's
I can't. I'll probably talk to you never again, to be honest, because you're
Never
posting this shit.
seriously.
No, and it's like, okay, so what am I gonna do? Next time I see you at a fucking bar, you're gonna come up to me if you're even capable of going. I don't know his fucking state, but if I see him at a bar now, in my head, the first thing that I'm gonna say, hey, what's up, man? How you been? Not bad. How are you? Good. Did you hear about this shit? Because I'm about to fucking bleed your ears dry because you have to listen to me. And if I try to leave the conversation, he'll fucking stop me and be like, wait, I got another one for him. I'm like, oh, fucking God. And then we'll probably end up in a fist fight because I'm going to be so fucking sick of it.
Oh my god. But like, imagine even talking to the guy about anything else. It's like, if you believe in that shit, I don't even give a fuck what you have to say about like fucking restaurants and shit, you know? Like, I don't care about anything.
Like, your weather chat now just became a conspiracy theory. I don't want to hear it.
So this guy's like a normal guy usually, and he's just like kind of started this decline.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say
pretty normal. Like, has friends in the community. Like, lives a normal life, I would say.
Like what I would consider like a normal. Okay, he's fine. He's a normal guy, not down to earth.
Do I know this guy?
Probably not. Maybe.
We might be talking about a different guy then.
Might be.
I'm thinking
might
about
be.
one guy.
I'll tell you off the air, but like either way,
everybody has a guy like this though. Like that's like
I've seen it multiple times.
Yeah, who's like,
and then it always directly.
Stuff, and then something happens
into a mental illness.
Yeah,
always.
Exactly.
So I'm just looking. I'm like, oh, that's happening to him now. So like, now it's like almost like a preemptive. Like, oh, he's something's going on in his brain. Fucking fix him.
And there's no going back. Like, how do you go back and say like, oh yeah, I guess I said all that stuff, but it was just a phase or something. Yeah, it was a phase. I was looking at conspiracy videos on YouTube too much, and now I'm fucking thinking everything is.
You could change the word.
I think
phase.
vaccines are killing people now.
Yeah, you could change the word phase to fucking mental breakdown.
Yeah,
you fucking slipped, bro. You're gone now.
If someone said that, I'd be like, oh, true, cool. So what's up? So what else is up? And I'd be like, all right, cool. What's going on?
I can't believe the world. The cartels of evil elites have the whole world fooled, but
the Bilderbergs.
You've managed to break through the seal of comedy. Incredible! You are really the chosen one here. You're gonna.
Really. Yeah, I would believe that for sure. Like that's who.
Right after that putters pack is finished, you're gonna fucking lead us to the light. Like, give me a break, man.
The other thing too is like it's kind of negative for me to say this, but like at the same time, I don't give a fuck because what the fuck are you gonna? Even if that shit was real, what the fuck are you gonna do about it?
Nothing.
What are you gonna do? What is posting on your Instagram doing?
Tweet it.
Awareness, bro. Awareness.
You're woking people up.
Yeah.
You're
pissing people off.
Yeah, you're losing friends. Is all you're doing.
I think maybe the title of this episode might be "Woking People Up." I think that might be what I call it.
Fucking, all you're doing is just you're just pissing people off. Like that is it. Yeah. Like it's like you're not spreading a good message. You're not spreading a message. Period. People are just unfollowing you. Yeah, you just suck. If you want to go take some,
you just fucking suck for sure.
If you want to be anti-government or whatever, you're gonna have to do a lot of shit.
Listen,
posting on Instagram, that's a shitty start, man.
It is crazy. The thing that people don't realize too, and like you'll hear that anytime you ask like I don't know if you guys have any like police officer friends, but there's this great saying that a cop I know always talks about when we are shooting the shit about like conspiracies. We don't do this often, but we do it once in a blue moon, right? When a good one comes up. And the story is always the same. If you have a secret, okay, that requires like a bunch of people to be involved, do you know what the police say about secrets? A as soon as you tell one other person, it's not a secret anymore. It's going to get out.
Yep.
Like these like wide-ranging global conspiracies with like, we talked about it a bit. Bill Gates, Obama.
Yeah, he was one of those too on his stories.
Trump, all these guys. Like, do you really think all these guys can keep a secret for this long? I don't think so.
And how come everyone's just pedophile?
Like,
they're all just
no fucking way.
I know.
Why?
Everyone's
they're just
pedophile.
all pedophiles? Oh, look,
Yeah.
I've made money. You know what goes hand in hand with making money other than being fit and jacked? It's fucking being
Fucking
a pedophile.
Did you guys listen to that episode of Rogan, like from the summer last year, where he had Alex Jones on for like 4.5 hours?
Holy fuck.
No, I can't listen to that.
That guy is fucking crazy.
Well, you gotta hear it.
He's
It's
funny
so
as hell,
good.
though.
It is
Dude,
so good.
I honestly, he is so extreme that it's hilarious.
It
Like he has to recognize that.
Yeah,
unless he's like so ignorant to himself, like so self-ignorant, which I don't think he is. He has to know.
He knows.
But doesn't I don't know? I've heard
Get
people
over
say
here,
like
motherfucker.
he's like so that way, and he's so got a fearmonger so much because that's the only way people will buy his books and shit. Is like if he really stirs the pot that much and like really goes like extreme, and then hopefully some fucking idiots believe him and then buy his shit. Where he doesn't even believe that shit anymore because like he's like, fuck it, I'm pandering to the people that believe to that shit.
He doesn't. He knows exactly what he's doing. The guy's a fucking genius marketer, probably.
Fuck yeah, man. He's
coming up with these ideas.
He's got a stupid what is it? Infowars.
Infowars, yeah. Oh yeah.
It gets like millions of views.
It's fucking.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, man. Like he's a successful internet show host or whatever.
Yeah,
like he's got to be worth some money.
Yeah, I think
it's gotta be the same thing as like those fucking preachers who just like don't believe in that shit at all, but just like scream and yell on stage and like. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Thank God! Like fucking Bill Burr fucking makes fun of him so good.
The guys who are healing you of coronavirus.
Yeah.
Like,
There was one man. One of those that I saw was so jokes. It was like he was like healing people, but like to heal them, he was just open hand, fucking right in the face, like just fucking dummying people.
The same guy was just beating people with his overcoat. He just took his blazer off and just hitting them in the face and shit.
Demons be gone. Whack. That guy probably loves it. He's just like, oh, I get to beat the shit out of people. They're going to pay me. And I like nothing happens. Like, it's okay. Beat them up here. Use a weapon.
We have
a choice. Who just like this. Who just like, oh,
thank you.
You're so loving
thank you,
it,
Father.
Believing it so much.
Take a few more of my shekels, please.
Man.
We have a choice to make here. We have a choice to make. We've been on a little under an hour. We have
already. Wow.
We still have questions to take. We also have maybe one or two topics we could cover. Mike has written something down. I don't know what. I think you have something written down. I thought you did.
You did. Looks like you did.
What?
I thought you wrote something down, but okay, maybe you didn't.
I'll tell you in a second.
It's fine if you don't. We have a choice to make between talking about Twitter sugar daddies and taking questions. We could probably do both, but just so you guys know, that's what we have left to cover. I'm going to go get another beer. Talk amongst yourselves.
Right.
This is the commercial break Patreon taste because we're
extra con. This is the behind the scenes.
Yeah, we're not running any ads on video because I can't figure out how to edit that yet.
True.
We paused or no?
No.
Oh, are you still going then?
Yeah. Joey's just grabbing a beer. He wants to know if we want to do Twitter sugar daddies or take questions.
Sugar daddies for sure. That's fucking jokes. I want to talk about. Yeah. I don't really fucking care actually. Yeah, let's do that because the sugar daddies thing is fucking jokes. That guy was a fucking creature.
That guy's a cock. I don't understand that culture anyways. Like maybe if I ever
sugar daddy shit.
If I become like a 70-year-old guy who's like been through 5 divorces and like is super fucking rich, maybe I'll understand it. But like I just don't get it.
Well, like I just think like especially the way things are going, it's definitely gonna be more prevalent because it seems like the whole culture of like love is dying. It seems that way. It seems like it's becoming more monotonous or whatever.
It's probably never been easier to be a sugar baby either. Like,
well, this is 100% the easiest time. All you have to do, the only part, like if like I would never be a sugar daddy. First of all, I don't think I'm gonna be that fucking rich. Second of all, I still have self-worth in my head. I think but I'm also 27. I fucking have my future.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not fucking,
it might be a fucking shoe might be on the other foot if you're like 70 years old with a huge fake tan and a bunch of money. Yeah.
I don't like. That's the thing. I don't plan on being that rich. Like I just don't. But like
Are
just
we
to
going to talk
avoid
about
this.
the guys
Yeah.
mentioned today?
Unless we just kill it in this podcast, and I'll just be this, but I'll just have so many commas in my bank account.
You'll just be but you'll be famous too. You won't need a sugar baby.
I don't want to be famous. I'll be fucking in the cut, like down here.
You'll
Fucking
be the MF Doom of the group.
Yeah, I'll just be fucking. I'll be hologram, new change. But
So
the thing is, man, all you got to do is post a hot picture on Instagram or wherever. 100% you're gonna get DM, but the only risk is either side fake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, is it a real
or
person?
A psychopath, like serial killer?
Am I going to be now involved in human trafficking? Is the risk?
That's a little bit. Yeah, you want to take that risk though.
Things you want to know about before you get in.
You want to be a fucking sugar baby? It's kind of a risky game. You never. So that first step.
The guy I sent you guys today, his name is Jackson Rich. And
that guy was the worst.
That guy wasn't fucking fit.
So we talked about this before. How like on Monday mornings when I look at the trending tags, when I used to go on Monday mornings to post a show, it was always sugar baby shit all the time and sugar daddy shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
it just makes me fucking cringe to say
okay, but this guy's name is Jackson.
Baby.
This guy's name is Jackson. I personally think his name should be Jacked Off Rich because that's all he's going to do in the near future.
Yep.
He's claiming to have made a $750,000 payment on Cash App to somebody.
What?
Oh, what that meant.
That was outgoing?
Outgoing. And it says, kindly chat me on WhatsApp. So I don't know, maybe if you're kindly chatting him, he might give you $750,000. Hard to say for sure. Seems like a lot.
Do you want a retirement check?
Seems like a lot for
what
kindly
the fuck?
chatting, yeah. He's looking for an honest sugar baby. Now this man's gum line is
it's fucking heavy.
It's almost inhumane.
His teeth are fucking receding, bro.
His teeth. I know he's got. Why are his teeth so little?
Teeth.
Is he grinding them down?
Oh, sup?
Yeah, that's a rough one, man. Like, if you sorry, if you look like that,
would not recommend that. I'll fucking tell you that.
If you look like that, you gotta get fucking rich.
What the fuck is going on Twitter and Instagram with sugar babies and sugar daddies? How is this possible? These people have lives. People know who they are. They have to show their faces and stuff. Is there no modicum of shame for either party, the women or the men involved? This seems to me like too much and too obvious. Why would anyone do this?
I think the guys who were like in their 70s or like virile 70-year-olds or like in their late 60s, they're probably like fucking fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I have a lot of money and like I got this like 22-year-old smoking hot chick on my yacht. So the fuck what? Yeah, I paid
Jack's Off Rich has a yacht.
Huh? He's just doving out $750K on the internet. He might be pretty fucking well off.
He could.
Oh, you're talking about him in specific? Yeah, okay. That's a weird one. But I'm saying, like, if you're, that's fucking brutal.
Come on my yacht, baby.
You can't sink his fucking chin in any further.
I know.
This guy you were talking about the other day, Will, I see him all the time now. This guy?
That guy? The mayonnaise in his hair guy?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's got, I saw him on, he's got like fucking 700,000 followers.
He's on TV.
He's gonna get more, dude.
Yeah, true.
On TV.
He's a fucking unfortunate looking human, man.
That's good shit.
Oh, he's a troll.
That's good shit.
But I'm saying like that fucking Jackson Rich guy, that's different. That's like you gotta learn to be a better sugar daddy, man. That is not how you do it.
Yeah, you gotta, that's like bartering for a shirt and you offering more than you came into and to start.
I'm gonna check out.
Like you're like, it's a $20 shirt. It's like, I'll give you 25. How about that? How do you open the bidding, you fucking idiot? You're $750,000 to text me. You're a fucking idiot. You could get
also learn your
so much for $750,000.
Fuck yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I find that hard to believe that he did that. It's also like a sugar daddy. If you should have like one or two sugar babies and like that's it. You shouldn't just be like, whoever wants to come fucking chill with me or like Skype me today, I'll give you a whole bunch of money. It's like you got to like get consistent, you know? At least then you can have a false sense of like endearment.
Some sort of a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like you come text me, empty shit.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Isn't there sites where you can just like call in or like, I don't know why you'd call into a website, but like fucking, you know what I mean? Like those like all fans and shit where you can just like pay people to like webcam for you and shit? What's the difference?
So there are people replying to his tweet today about looking for a sugar daddy. We have someone named Lisa. I don't know if we can we even read like her last name? I don't know if we can or not, but
it's on the internet.
I guess
it doesn't matter anyways.
Her name is Lisa. She says, I tried texting you. I cannot find your number. So this is Lisa. She's also not exactly what I would call.
Oh my God.
She's a 10 in his fucking books.
Is that what's the
Have you seen the comparison of the two of them?
Is that paid content? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So you got that going on.
That's the problem, man. Because when you just put it out there in the world being like, looking for sugar babies, I have a bunch of money, like DM me, you're going to get that, man. You got to sift through the sand yourself and DM these girls on your own and be like, hey, this is what I got. Are you interested? Because then you don't get those fucking whatever the fuck you want to even call what that was.
And then especially what he's asking for, like here, text me on WhatsApp, like just random chicks. That's my least favorite thing to do ever. Have a conversation with a random person over the phone. Like texting.
Absolutely.
Over the phone.
What do you talk about? What the fuck do you even say?
Oh,
how do you even get a feel for them? Like, how do you
just ask her if she's seen your podcast?
Well, that's what for us. It's way different. We've got options.
Yeah, we promo for sure.
Yeah.
But like,
no, I'm just like I can't like that's why I deleted Tinder. Like it was just that's all it was. I'm like match with a girl, start talking to her. I'm like, what the fuck do I say? The only thing, like, that's why those Tinder messages are so jokes, like, on the internet. Because there's literally nothing else to say that you might as well just put your dick on the table. Like, that's what you might as well fucking do. And that's like,
you do have
harsh words.
You're going to have small talk with, like, 5 or 6 different people at a time. Like, what the fuck?
One inside joke, nothing. You could send memes, I guess. But that's not going to work. Like, the girls on Tinder can be vicious, man. Like, you can just be like, fuck you, because there's no repercussions.
Exactly.
Like in person, you can kind of feel shitty maybe if you do that, unless you're a piece of shit, which there's tons of those, but whatever. On Tinder, it's like a girl starts talking to me, I'm not interested, unmatch. That's it, just quick, whatever, right? Like, like it's a ruthless fucking platform, but that's what it is.
Slide her out.
What does unmatching do?
Nothing. It just fucking you're gone. They're out of their
It blocks
pool.
them.
Yeah.
So they can't talk to you
literally,
anymore?
you don't even talk to you.
They can't see if you're online. Yeah, they just disappear from your life.
They're just you basically killed them.
Oh, true. Oh, that's D's. That's so sick.
Throw them in the garbage. God.
So you don't have to there's no letting down gently on Tinder, right? It's just like, all right, slip, peace.
Yeah, but who like if you're going in there expecting people to be nice, well then you're gonna get a nice dose of what we call reality.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, you guys would ever really like. I don't know about you, Will. I'm not sure if you ever on. I know, Mike, you have like a principal opposition to it. But Tinder, when it first came out, was pretty fucking good. There was no bots. Everyone was there to like meet people.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. I don't know what it's like now, obviously. But you guys tell me.
Yeah, I've never had it. I don't know.
I don't recommend it, Will. 3 stars.
3 stars.
3 stars?
3 stars.
That's not bad.
Out of what?
Out of 5, but fucking, I'm not gonna give it a 2.
60%.
Well, fine. Give it 2.5. I'll give it 50.
It's better than the Subway app, but that's about it.
Fuck the Subway app.
You can't even order a sandwich on the Subway app. Okay.
How many people are looking for sugar babies on fucking Tinder?
We're not moving on.
There are fucking probably tons
no
of
one, No one is looking for sugar babies, sugar daddies, but lots of sugar daddies are looking for sugar babies.
Yeah.
It's a one-way market.
Man,
I think it's got to be a one-way market. It's got to be a one-way. You can't go the other way.
It's fucking sexist as hell, man.
I
want a fucking sugar mama right now. I'm trying to retire early.
Why don't you put?
Would you ever do that?
But then I would just cheat on her a lot.
For sure.
Yeah, but she wouldn't care. She wouldn't care.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, sugar mama, can I get your credit card? I gotta go buy a cookie.
Yeah, when we were on vacation last year with Nick and Claire and Soph, like there was this one lady who was. Honestly, man, I am very rarely diplomatic with my words, but I'm going to be diplomatic here. She was like atrocious, like a fucking sewer rat. And she was fucking all over this like young stud, Dominican Republic stud.
Was she old?
She was probably 45, something like that. She's pretty old.
Okay.
Out of shape, like fat, frumpy, like exactly the kind of shit you'd see in line at Walmart fighting you about an expired coupon. She wants expired coupons to count for something at Walmart. And she's all over this guy, young stud. He's at least as cut as any of us. And the guy's like maybe 20 years old. But she's all over him. And Kenzie was the one who noticed it, I think. And she goes like, you see anything wrong with this? Like, what's going on here? Is she like paying for this guy? And I don't know, but like I would assume so. And so I say, for sure she's paying for this guy. And
there's not even a question.
Oh my God, Will. And like this guy could not be any more displeased to be with this woman. Like he's
I was gonna say, what was his demeanor like?
The world's his oyster, but he just like is standing there taking this abuse. Like she's all over him. And on top of that, at the end of not the end of the night, but like maybe 20 minutes after we see this like circus spectacle, the woman like turns around as they're dancing or something, and she has like a giant like bandage on her arm. Like she has like an MRSA. Mike just signed me out.
What?
Mike just signed me out? Who just signed me out? I've been signed out because I'm on another device. What device? I'm not signed out.
I don't know.
Weird. Anyway, so I say to Kenzie, I'm like, look at that fucking bandage. She's got this huge Band-Aid on her fucking arm. And I'm like, this is disgusting.
Was it like a cut or like a fucking incision
wound,
or something?
like some kind of infected wound.
Oh, it wasn't like a fucking therapy band or
whatever. No, it was like some kind of thing that had gotten out of control. And like, I thought, like, what number would this guy have to be pulling in to make this worth it? Because he's going to sleep with this woman tonight.
Oh, man, do you think that he was
intimate. For sure, Will. No doubt.
You're still talking about the Dominican guy?
Yeah, the guy was
was he okay? But was he a local? Like, because like he could have been like he could be really really poor.
Maybe he was fucking down.
Trust me, he wasn't down.
It was obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's down like behind closed doors, but like in public, he's like, oh, it's a little embarrassing.
This was fucking
maybe
brutal.
He's down for the old frumpy bitches.
I felt sorry for the guy. There we go. That's good. That's good content. Old frumpy bitches. That's the.
You coined it, not me.
It's true. You're right. Anyway, one-way market. You want to go to the questions? We got 2 questions.
Yeah, sure. Fire them up.
Okay, hold on. Let me cut to the.
Question time.
God.
That is so fucking high budget.
Okay.
That is so high budget. How much was that full skep piece of paper?
Brought to you by, not sponsored yet, but you could have your name right there. Looking at you, Clifford.
Your name here on Question Time.
Clifford Brewing. So our first question.
You just proved advertising works by listening to this.
You just proved it. Our first question comes from a man with 3 names, Robert John Brandon. He says, hey.
Oh, this guy.
Buddy sent me your podcast. I took a listen. Great stuff. Saw you were looking for questions. Been laid off work and debating hitting up an ex since COVID curbed my bar game. Thoughts? Thanks.
Nice play on words, buddy.
Well, what do we think here?
I think this guy's smooth. You hear how he fucking played the words at the end? I think you should just go fucking chill out on the ex and fucking go curb some other bitch. You know what I'm saying?
A few other bitches. Okay, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I just don't. What do you? What I don't get about it is like, yeah, you're bored and you're at home. Why are you going back to the ex now when you can't see them? Like, why? Like, there's nothing. Don't you want to like come out like we talked about last episode, like with like a fucking bang when this is all over, and not have to deal with like, oh, I was talking to my ex. Fuck, I gotta like see where we're at now when this shit's all over.
Yeah, I honestly think there's gonna be.
You're taking a step backwards for sure.
Yeah, there's gonna be like a massive opportunity to just get so much action when this is done. Like, as soon as you leave your house, there's going to be people who want to have sex everywhere you look. Everywhere. Yeah, that's it. Come on over. Come on.
Let's bang.
I know. Yeah, I just don't get it. Like, what's the allure? Because you're fucking bored. Like,
what do you do? Like,
guys are just gonna be walking around with fucking that attention.
What does hitting up your ex look like? Are you hitting up your ex for like nudes? You gonna go on like house party? Can you do house party?
I'm assuming they're gonna be fucking hooking up. Like that would be the thing.
You can't hit her up in the quarantine. You can't.
Do you honestly think people are just fucking? Oh, I better self-isolate. They're just saying there, and they're not.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I think that like
you're the single guy. Are you doing that?
No, I'm not. But I'm fucking the best self-isolator of all time. Actually, I just reclaimed the title. I'm just saying. I'm not going on walks with my girlfriend.
Wow.
I'm just saying, man. I'm on.
Bro, you're going to stores, man. You're going to the hot spots.
I don't got any fucking. I don't have hope on a road following me around.
The other question I have is like, if you're hitting up your ex,
we're just done with this one, eh?
Well, no, same question. But like, if you're hitting up your ex, how is it? Like, how can you guarantee that you're investing time in this person and they're not also doing the same thing to you on the back end? Because you can't really see them. Like, you can't like judge their behavior.
Right.
Okay. I do have a pretty good take on this because I've done it.
Did you write it down?
No, it's all.
It keeps looking like you
the
are
pencil. He's flipping the pencil. He's like,
because I fucking have ADD and I can't just sit here and fucking talk to you guys on the screen. Like, I need to do something on my end.
Okay.
I've done it, and it did kind of fucked up my shit for a bit anyway, because we went in, like, we both openly talked about it, and it was we said it was only physical. And it was for the longest time. Like, I was hanging out with Will and his girlfriend at the time anyway. We were just hanging out. Like, it was whatever. And we were just taking care of our business, essentially, right? And then we were doing it for a summer, right? The duration of a summer. So that's kind of different. Like, I mean, if you're just going in once just to get one, then fuck it. But I did it for a whole time. And then I actually met somebody else, kind of. So I was like, okay, so I better end it with my ex at the time, just to be courteous. And I was like, so I ended it. And then, like, a week later or something like that, maybe a couple weeks later, we were hanging out at the same thing because my ex-girlfriend, this one that I'm talking about, is, like, very good friends with all of my friends, which is a pain in the ass, but it is
shit where you eat. Shit where you eat.
Well, fuck, whatever, man. That's called high school. I was fucking 16.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I know.
I ended it with this person and that with my ex at the time, and then I started to pursue this other person in fair game, but then my ex ended up fucking freaking out on me because she kind of, like, I don't know what happened. Like, it was never discussed. But what I'm taking from it is she kind of took offense to that. And, like, I guess she gained some sort of feelings. I remained kind of, and, like, to be fair, she said, like, this is going to be physical. I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm cool with that. So I could actually take what she said at face value and just pull back from it. But then I just left. I was like, yeah, fuck it. You told me to not catch feelings, so I didn't.
Right.
And it just fucked up my shit for a bit. It's just a minor inconvenience, I would say, doing that.
So you're saying, like, do whatever the fuck you want to do and try to make sure that everyone has the same intentions in mind. But it's like
I was so honest about that.
But it's impossible to do that because if she said that shit and then so she wasn't saying her true intentions anyways, like,
no, or he was fucking.
I mean, obviously, like, feelings can evolve and shit too. So, like, if you, like, hit up your ex during this quarantine, you're like, yeah, I just want to fuck her when this is done. So we're just talking and shit now. So hopefully, like, when this is over, I can, like, get back in there. And then she's like, oh, I fucking really missed him. And now, like, we're going to get back together and all this shit. And then you get out and it's like, oh, fuck, well, sorry.
Yeah, or the other way around. Yeah, like, either way, it could blow up in your face for sure. But as long as you're, like, prepared for that, then you're fucking fine. If you're just, like, expecting the worst, then you're, well, whatever, fuck it. Like, you kind of knew, like, you knew what you were getting into.
Yeah, hope for the best, expect the worst,
right?
Yeah. Counterpoint. Okay, let's think about a few things here. Some important factors to consider. We're in week 7, I think, or 6 of the quarantine, depending on where you work.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to engage your ex-girlfriend now, knowing that the quarantine is close to ending? One.
Do we know that?
True.
Now?
I think it's close to ending.
Even though we just put record numbers up today, but yeah, sure.
I think it's like a month away. It's like a month away probably. And let's say it's close to, like, social distancing being loosened up. We'll call it. That's one thing. Second thing, Mike said something there that kind of piqued my interest. Something that I, when I was a single man, would have never said. Why would you go back to your ex-girlfriend for the summer? Wouldn't you go back to your ex for the winter before you go back to your ex for the summer?
If you had the choice.
Timing of it. It was just how it worked. I don't really fucking care. Like, I didn't grow up like you did in those ages. I didn't go to I don't like going to the bars and shit and doing that. Like you like to do that. I didn't do that shit.
Fair.
So, like, honestly, I like being in a relationship, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I like being single, but I like being, like, I don't need to just go out and try to fucking pick up floozies.
A good relationship is better, for sure.
Yeah, but, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't necessarily need to be, like, I like being single so I can do whatever the fuck I want. I don't like being single so I can fuck whoever the fuck I want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You like the freedom. You don't want
that's it.
To fuck. Yeah, you just want the freedom.
Other than that, I like being in a relationship. Like, that part, that's like, that's one thing I've noticed in my life that I would like back right now, just because it would kind of, it's like an anchor point, I suppose. Like, it's just like nice and grounding. Other than that, like I'm still gonna do whatever the fuck I want, right? It's not like I need to go fucking bang bitches. Like I was never really that type of guy, but so yeah, that's why I did it for the summer. It was just like, okay, fine, I'll hang out with you this summer. I don't care. It's not a waste of getting laid. Everybody's happy. Fucking
yeah,
we talked about it, so it's all cool in my head. I thought, but then I realized that girls, like dealing with girls, like you all know how to do it, is fucking not exactly easy.
So yay or nay? Should we tell this guy he should get back with his ex, or at least hit her up? I don't know what hit her up means. Like, is he gonna?
I would say if he just wants to bang her, if he just
wants
to
bang, but you can't
her,
either. What if she's taking the quarantine seriously?
Well, okay. Well,
I would say
that's not part of the question. Who cares about that?
Fuck, we gotta ask Robert John Brandon.
It's not worth it. The risk, not even risk reward. I just think it's like overall, it's not fucking worth it. Just move on. Fucking.
It's a lazy play.
It is lazy.
Yeah, for sure.
You never get better by going back to a girl you already.
No, but you get laid.
If you
let me put it in terms you guys can understand. Okay, I'll put it in terms that are easy for you guys to get.
A little wisdom over age, Joe?
If you guys are playing RuneScape, you don't keep going back to the same dungeon, okay, to gain XP. You got to go further into the game to get more XP, RuneScape. More loot, all that kind of stuff.
This is not accurate.
That's how RuneScape works.
I go into the same dungeon every fucking day, buddy.
That's exactly how it works, and that's all there is to it.
All I would really say would be, if you do it, expect like a 2-week kind of repercussion period at least.
What's that mean?
Yeah,
like you're going to be set back to. You're going to have to. It's going to take 2 weeks minimum to deal with it, and then if you guys do it once, you're going to have a 2-week buffering period, and then you either go do it again or you move on. I think.
Yeah, tippy toe out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just think that like if you're getting it to fuck, yeah, sure, do whatever the fuck you want. But if you're going to like get back together, what the fuck are you doing asking a podcast about it? You should know the answer already.
I don't know.
This we're fucking pros, man. We're solving the world's problems 1 week at a time.
Well, obviously, you guys should take a relationship advice from me because I'm fucking so successful at them.
Final question: have you guys ever done this before? Have you like gone back to an ex for a prolonged period of time?
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah. Oh, you're dating your ex. Will's dating his ex.
You guys are both doing it.
I'm not doing it. I did it.
Oh, you did it. You did it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess you.
I'm currently doing it.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah. Will's dating his ex.
Wow. All right.
Whatever.
It is years and years later. It's not like it's been like months and shit.
How long are you guys working up for? A couple of years, I guess, eh?
3 years, I think.
Yeah, it's a long time. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about any of that. I've never done it. So I don't know. I really have no point of reference here. I'm just curious if you guys have done it.
Like I don't regret it. I kind of knew what I was doing. I kind of knew that I was not being. I knew it wasn't a good play, but I don't regret it.
Without getting into the weeds, like I don't want to put either of you guys on the spot, but like it'd be more you on the spot, Will, than Mike, I guess, since you're doing it now. But would you not be concerned that you're going to run into the same problems you ran into the first time through?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like that's definitely like what. Oh yeah, for sure. Like we've definitely talked about that a lot, and like I bring that up a decent amount, which is like why it definitely is different this time. And like I don't know. 3 years, like at the ages that we are, I think is like a lot because when we were first dating, she was like pretty young because she's younger than me. She's like 4 years younger than me. So when we were dating, she was in university still, and I was working full time and just like out of school. Mm-hmm. And now that we're both like in the same stage of our life, it definitely helped a lot. You know, like that 3 years was like a long time at this stage of life that we were at.
Right. Okay, fair answer.
I don't know. I don't know. It's definitely. I would say like the problems that we would have before, or the problems we have now, are definitely not the problems that we had before.
That's all that matters.
Is that a step in the right direction, or just a step in a direction?
I think it's a step in the right direction.
It's a step.
You have to ask her what she thinks.
But I'm sure she'll fucking tell me eventually.
Well, tell her to send in a fucking question to the show.
Yeah.
The next question, second of two. This is from Chelsea. Had this debate with a couple of friends a while back. In general, who tends to be more of a hopeless romantic, the guy or the girl?
I think that's a multi-stage kind of a question. I think it starts out girls.
I have some feelings on this one for sure.
Yeah, I bet you do. I think it starts out girls, and then it long term is guys. Short term girls, long term guys. I think.
Yeah, you always see that like that meme where it's like guys 10 minutes after a relationship, and then like 10 months it's like the guy's chilling and like having a good time right after, and then like months later he's like crying, and the girl's like flipped. I don't know. Like obviously, like every fucking scenario is different. Joey, why? What's that some work about?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think you guys are right. I think it's a different reason. I think the older I get, the more I feel this way. When I was 23, 24, I was always the guy who was willing to leave, right? There is power in being willing to walk away from something, whether it's a negotiation,
yeah, absolutely.
relationship, doesn't matter what. If you're willing to walk away, you're sitting on the throne. So that's one piece. As I get older, though, there's something else where you're investing time and money and resources into a relationship. And so you're watching this thing build up and up and up. And then you don't want to walk away because in your mind, at least in my mind, the more time you spend with something and the more you've seen it grow, the more you're willing to get attached to it in ways that if it was something else, you maybe would be irrational to have that attachment to it. So,
for sure.
Coming into a house and someone comes through and tells you like, oh yeah, this thing is built on poor foundation or something. And no matter how much you put in, it's going to be trouble. You'd have a pretty easy time like wiping your hands and saying, okay, we'll sell it at a loss or sell it at even cost. And
would you just say that it's like equivalent to starting a relationship based on lies?
It's maybe, or starting a relationship based
foundation on a house,
don't get on
sinkholes.
So I got a buddy whose mom is a marriage counselor. And one of the things she used to tell us when we were growing up, like going from girl to girl is, it takes you about 18 months to stop looking through rose-colored glasses. Like the chemical reactions in your brain stop really firing in favor of a bad relationship around 18 months in, if you're a man. Mm-hmm. So at about 18 months, you can really see things for what they are. And so it's funny that you guys are talking about this girl and guy flipping thing, because I think that's true. I think the other part of that is girls probably have more options, generally speaking, on guys do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So there's constantly like these thirsty orbiters, like just circling around them, waiting for their shot at the fucking bowl, right?
It's like fucking. Have you seen that episode of The Simpsons when they're in the Garden of Eden and Snake's the snake? He's the criminal. He's in the fucking what's that called? The tree of the forbidden fruit tree.
Oh yeah.
He's like, hey man, come here, try this apple. He fucking makes Homer eat it, and then they
This is it. What it is. The girls always have more options circling around, and so I think the girls always see the next step out, right? And it's easy for them to see the next step out because
which in their defense is like essentially them keeping their weapon sharp. Is just 100%. Keeping their eyes open, man.
100%.
Like, you can't hate it. It is what it is.
Totally agree. So do I think that the guys are hopeless romantics? I don't think they are for the first year or 2 years, but I think after that, they're more invested in the relationship than probably they should be sometimes. And
then we can go and chicks can be like, oh fuck, this isn't working. I can just go get a fucking sugar daddy or
some
whatever.
other guy on Instagram.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's fucking worth. He's gonna give me $750K to text him on WhatsApp. Not even on his number, on a fucking third party app.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
It's not good.
$750K for like that's pretty good $1 per hour.
I don't think any of us are that type though, that like hopeless romantic type. Like I know,
but I don't
think
that's different. Like hopeless romantic is like not the same as like willing to leave a relationship and shit. It's like, it's just like always. I don't know. I don't really know what it even really means to be a hopeless romantic.
To me, hopeless romantic
for fucking everyone.
It just means to me, hopeless romantic to me just means you're willing to throw good money after bad. Basically, like you should have learned the lesson, you didn't, and now you're still putting time and investment into this that you shouldn't be fucking putting in.
Oh, okay. So
to me, that's what it is.
My first relationship, I would say, I was like on the back end of it, I was a hopeless romantic, I guess.
Okay.
But like, if you even want to coin it that, because all it really was is that we were basically breaking up, and I just didn't want that to happen. If that's what you want to call a if that's what you want to do, if that's layman's terms for it. But then, like, as once I bounced back from that, and then I got into another one, I was like, it was like I was willing to leave the whole fucking time, essentially, and that's why when it ended, I was like, oh, well, fucking, this is basically what I was already ready for, so I don't give a shit. Like, it's fucking, like,
Okay.
Well, that being said, it could have just been not a good connection anyway. So it was like, well, whatever.
Right.
But if it was something that I was super into, then it's kind of different, right? But
well,
I don't know.
but that's just like getting attached to any degree. I don't know. I think that the way you put it before, like being hopeless romantic, I don't care. I'll catch flack for this. I don't give a fuck. I think that girls definitely are the more hopeless romantics then.
They hide it, but I think you're right.
I think that you definitely see more girls going towards the same type of shitty guy over and over and over and over and again for no reason, and then getting their heart broken, and then like going and buying some crystals and like some fucking teas and shit, and then like 3 months later go back to like the same type of guy expecting different things to happen.
Crystals, jewels, and a fucking new tat.
So hard.
Yeah,
that's so
fucking
hard.
Swooping butterfly.
No,
right
the anchor tat, and then they put it on Instagram. They put it on Instagram with the caption, "I will never sink," even though the anchor only fucking sinks. That's all it does.
Or like,
that's all it does.
Those dudes like put a red circle and a cross through it.
Whatever.
We'll never sink. Anti-anchor crew.
I just don't think you see guys just handle it differently. Maybe like they just internalize it more, whereas girls like just kind of like express it a lot.
Which is why we're gonna die early.
Literally.
Personally, anyway. Like I think honestly though, I've definitely gotten a lot better at dealing with it. Like at first, the first time it ever happened to me, I fucking was devastated, man. I was fucked up.
Maybe it definitely comes with experience, man.
Oh yeah, then the second time, like literally, it was just the second time. Like the second relationship I was in, it was just like, fuck it, whatever. I'll just go back to doing what I was doing anyway.
We've all had some pretty good breakups.
Yeah.
Would you say at any point in your life, you don't say whether now or before, but at any point in your life, has a breakup motivated you to like be better, to get back at the person you broke up with or who broke up with you?
What do you mean by get back? Like all I really did was get shredded. And I did a goddamn good job of doing that. That's
were you motivated by the breakup to do that?
It was like a background motivation, I guess. It wasn't my initial motivation. It was there. I'm like, the more shredded I get, the more pissed she might be. But
That's it.
I didn't care. I didn't really. That wasn't like the fucking fuel to my fire.
I personally,
breakups make bodybuilders.
No,
it wasn't that shit.
I personally like will take motivation from anything, and so I will say, in my early 20s, oh fuck yeah, anytime I broke up with somebody. Or was broken up with, which, you know, to be honest, has never happened to me. But anytime there's like a mutual disagreement where we end up our ways, I would always like
half a house.
I would always take it with me. I always have it in my back pocket for 6 months, and I would just like keep on it. And so the times when like I didn't want to go to the gym, I would think about that and I'd go to the gym. Or the times where I wanted to have like a box of Triscuits at 10 o'clock at night, I'm not doing it. I'm fucking staying in this. Because this other person thinks I can't do it or thinks I won't do it.
I never did that about an ex. I never was like, okay, fuck, this person told me like these are issues. I'm gonna go fucking fix them and then show this person that I'm better than that.
Not that. I'm imagining these things. Like no one has ever told me that I don't go to the gym enough. Things right?
That you want to get.
Yeah, like no one's ever said to me like, you know what, we're breaking up because you don't work out enough. No one's ever fucking said that to me. So
no,
I just imagine these things to like keep me motivated.
That would be like ideal. Like, oh, you don't work out enough. What'd you say? It's fucking good.
You turn into a monster.
That would make me do steroids like that. Like, what the fuck did you say? I'm a fucking unit.
Yeah.
I've never like done something to like been like, oh, hopefully my ex is watching. Like I've never ever like thought that in my head.
That's probably the healthiest fucking way to do it.
Do you guys keep exes on Instagram, Facebook, any of that shit?
Fuck no.
Yeah, I don't do it.
Delete them immediately. See it. I don't want to see it. Out of sight, out of mind.
I refuse.
I mute their friends and shit. Fuck off. I'll keep their friends added, but I'll just mute them.
I have a few friends who are friends with like ex-girlfriends of mine who I knew before. That's my line. If I knew them beforehand, then I'll keep them around. If I didn't, then forget it. There's no point. It does no one any good. There's no need to keep them around.
That's a good. I like that. If I didn't, like if they're not associated with my friends and I didn't know them before, then probably would block them. But up to this point, I honestly don't think I have. I think I've just kept them all.
Do you think you'd block them if you were single? Because I fucking don't.
Ooh. That's a challenge.
If you were, because
would
honestly, right now, I'm not deleting any of my previous ex's friends. I'm not deleting any of them. I'll mute them because I don't want to see them hanging out. But down the line,
Are you trying to sling it? Is that what you're doing?
It's good to play the long game in these situations, man.
For sure.
It's not like I'm playing a game where I'm trying to snipe anyone right now. I'm not even making moves on anyone for fuck's
But like,
sake.
why burn bridges?
Later,
you know, why close doors? Like,
exactly.
Right.
That's all it is. I'm not doing it to be creepy. I'm not doing it that. I'm just like, maybe fucking one day down the line it could just happen. Who cares?
The thing I always used to think is, if I saw this person at a bar, would I like to be able to say hi and have like a polite conversation?
Yeah.
And if you would, then you keep them around. If you don't care, then whatever. Doesn't matter.
Well, because the problem would be then, like, if you did delete them and block them and all that shit, and then you saw them in like 2 years and like, oh, you're kicking it and shit. And they're like, oh, why? I thought we followed each other on Instagram. Like, I fucking blocked you.
I blocked you 2 years ago. Sorry,
I got a new account.
Oh,
yeah.
That's great. I love that.
I've never deleted an ex. I have deleted pictures though. So
Pictures I've deleted.
I've deleted picture. I posted one picture ever of me with a chick, and then like we broke up. Like, delete that, get rid of this shit, huh?
That's why I deleted them. I'm sure that's why you deleted it too. I deleted them because I have like 12 pictures on my Instagram, so it's gonna take for years for that to get buried.
Yeah.
So I had to delete them because it's just right there on my fucking screen.
We should talk about Instagram etiquette on another episode, but I think that's it for tonight. We're finished. Unless you guys have some parting words for the fans. Otherwise, we're done.
I don't know. I think we provided some good insight tonight.
Quality insight. Thanks for the questions. Keep them coming.
Please ask questions. We're taking callers.
We're gonna take callers next week. Alanis Morissette might call in one of these days. We're gonna fucking see.
Oh, fucking hey.
Yeah. False advertising.
Should be pretty good. I'd love to put this sign up one more time if people just continue to send in their content for us
Quenched
to address.
in time.
Yeah. Because, anyway, okay. That's it. Good night, everyone. Take care. God bless.
All right.
Stay 6 feet away. See you next week.
Peace.